So trigonometry comes in handy when we can't actually measure certain distances. So for instance, find the distance A to C across the gorge illustrated in the figure where W equals 161 feet. So notice that W is from C to B. Notice that that distance is measurable. I could measure that distance because I could walk it. I could use some type of tool to measure it. So that's 161 feet. But notice that A to C is across the gorge. We don't know what that distance is. It's across the gorge. So I really can't walk that distance. But what we can do though is we can use surveyor tools and we could figure out this angle across the gorge, this 35-degree angle. It would be something that we could figure out. And then we could use a little bit of math to then determine how far it is from A to C. So based on what we don't know the opposite side, but we do know the adjacent side with relationship to this angle. So notice how with relationship to the 35-degree angle, this is the opposite over the adjacent. So if I throw out my little trig function, so ka toa, opposite over adjacent is actually the tangent function. So if I want to find from A to C, we can use the tangent function. So we can say the tangent of the 35 degrees. So from A to C, we can call that x, if you will. And the adjacent was the 161. So again, we can use cross multiplication here and just say, well, x equals then 161 times the tangent of 35 degrees. So my calculator is already in the right mode. So we just have to fire this in. 161 times the tangent of 35 degrees. So I don't have to put the degree symbol there. I can just put 35 in because my calculator is in the correct mode. So it's going to tell me that the distance across the gorge is 112.73. And it says round to two decimal places. So yeah, 112.73. So we would have that as our, so 112.73 feet, if I round to two decimal places, would be our distance across the gorge. So that's where trig comes into play, is a lot of times in surveying and things like that, that math can come in handy in doing calculations, because sometimes the distance can't be measured with a actual walking tool, but using angles and things that were measurable, we can determine distances that were not measurable.